My wife told me she'd be busy all day Saturday. I'm helping a friend move, she said, giving me a quick peck on the cheek. Don't wait up. I just nodded. No problem, honey. Be safe. It was a normal Saturday morning, or so I thought. She left early, and the house felt unusually quiet. Throughout the day, I sent a couple of texts. How's the move going? And later, grabbed lunch. Hope you're taking a break. The replies were short, almost one-word answers. Busy. Yep, when I tried calling around dinner time, it went straight to voicemail. I figured she was probably exhausted, elbow deep in boxes and packing tape. I made myself dinner, watched a movie, and tried not to worry. It was just a friend's move, after all. Around 9 p.m., just as I was starting to get genuinely concerned, there was a knock at the door. I was expecting my wife. Maybe she forgot her keys. But when I opened it, my heart skipped a beat. It wasn't her. It was the very friend she was supposedly helping. Let's call her Sarah. Her eyes were red and swollen. Mascara was streaked down her cheeks, and she was clutching her phone like a lifeline. She looked past me, into the empty house, and her voice was thin and shaky when she asked, "Is she here?" I was completely baffled. "No," I said. "She's with you, isn't she? Helping you move." Sarah's face crumpled. A fresh wave of tears welled up in her eyes. "She told me she was spending the day with you," she whispered, her voice cracking. "We're not moving. I'm not moving anywhere. We haven't even spoken in almost a month." My stomach dropped. It felt like the floor had just vanished from beneath my feet. The air went cold. I looked at Sarah, and she looked back at me, and in that horrible, silent moment, we both understood. We didn't need to say a word. The lie was hanging in the air between us, heavy and suffocating. My wife wasn't with her friend, and she wasn't with me. So, where was she? Sarah apologized, saying she was sorry to bother me, but she had a bad feeling. I told her it was no bother at all, and thanked her for coming. We just stood there in the doorway for another moment, two people connected by the same lie, feeling the same sense of betrayal. After she left, I just walked back inside and sat on the couch in the dark. The movie was still playing on the TV, but I couldn't see or hear it. All I could hear was the echo of Sarah's words and the pounding of my own heart. The hours ticked by. 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock. I didn't call. I didn't text. What was there to say? I just sat there, waiting. Waiting for the lie to walk through the door. And then, just after midnight, it did. The key turned in the lock, and the door swung open. My wife walked in, humming a little tune. She was smiling, holding several expensive-looking shopping bags in one hand. She was dressed up a nice dress, heels, her hair and makeup done perfectly. She looked radiant, happy, and completely out of place for someone who had just spent 12 hours hauling furniture. Her smile faltered the second she saw me. She froze in the hallway, taking in the scene. Me sitting silently on the couch in the dark. And right next to me, on the coffee table, was her favorite suitcase, the one she always used for weekend trips. It was packed. Her face went from a healthy glow to ghost white in a split second. The shopping bag slipped from her grasp and fell to the floor with a soft thud. Her eyes darted from my face to the suitcase and back again. The joyful hum died in her throat. She opened her mouth to say something, probably another lie, another excuse. But I didn't give her the chance. I didn't yell. I didn't scream or make a scene. My voice was calm, almost unnervingly so. I just looked at her fancy dress and perfect hair, and said, "Interesting choice of outfit for lifting boxes." That was it. That's all it took. She didn't even try to deny it. She couldn't. The evidence was standing right in front of her, reflected in my eyes. Her lie had come home to roost. She just stood there, speechless, as the reality of the situation crashed down on her. I stood up slowly and walked over to the suitcase. I picked it up and held it out to her. My voice was steady, with no anger, no sadness, just finality. You don't live here anymore, I said. I'm sure he can help you move this time. I opened the front door and placed the suitcase just outside. She looked at me, her eyes pleading, but there was nothing left to say. I closed the door, locked it, and leaned my back against it. Done. Sometimes the truth doesn't need to be dragged out. You don't need to play detective or search for clues. Sometimes the person you trust the most weaves a lie so sloppy, so careless, that they expose themselves completely. They hand you the truth on a silver platter, and all you have to do is accept it. And in that moment, you realize that closing one door is the only way to open another. Thank you so much for listening to my story. It's a tough one, but sharing it helps. If you have ever been through something similar or just want to show some support, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It means more than you know. See you in the next one.